In this video we're going to explain to you about the structure and organization of the periodic table. And the first thing I'm going to show to you is the division between metals and non-metals. So this set of steps here is never on the periodic table, the ones that we have in the exam, but this does mark the boundary. So all these elements on the left are going to be classed as metals, and the elements to the right of that set of steps are the non-metals. So that immediately lets us start to organise the elements in the periodic table. Something to be aware about in terms of language when we're moving around the periodic table is that as we go across the periodic table, so we go from hydrogen across to helium, or we go from lithium right the way across here, all the way across carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine and neon, moving this way across the periodic table, we're moving across what we call the periods. So the periods on the periodic table go across the way. And then vertical columns, so here we've got lithium working its way down, sodium, potassium, all the way down to vanadium at the bottom. These are the groups in the periodic table. Okay, so the vertical columns are groups, and then we've got periods working their way across. So the first period is hydrogen and helium, second period starts with lithium, and the first group in the periodic table starts with lithium. The second group of the periodic table starts with beryllium, and then we'll come over here for the third group. In terms of other groups of elements in here, let's continue looking at the non-metals for a moment. Over here we've got group 0 on the periodic table. Group 0 are these elements here. So helium, neon, argon and so. And these over here are called the noble gases. And they're very important because they are unreactive, noble gases. You'll learn more about those later. Also on the non-metal side here, we've got this group 7. So this is group 7, and group 7 here are called the halogens. Halogens are in group 7. And if we jump across to the metal side of the periodic table, okay, over here we've got this group, which is group 1. So this is group 1, and group 1 are called the Alkali Metals. And we've got another section in the metal side here that's very important. This middle part here, okay, this middle part here are all these special metals. They don't have group numbers across the top, and these are called the transition metals. Okay, just very quickly to recap, so we've got the periodic table organizes the elements. The first way we organize this is into non-metals and metals. So the metals are on the left, non-metals on the right. We then have our way of moving around the periodic table. So we have periods, move our way across, and groups, move our way up and down in the columns. In terms of special groups in here, we have this group 0, which are the noble gases. Then we have group 7, which are the halogens. Over here we've got the alkali metals, group 1, and then this special group in the middle that are called the transition metals.